Hi guys, this is Streamer Carlos. In today's video, I'm gonna give you my rolling review of Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and the Beast, guys. This is the second movie. This is the second movie of our Disney Renaissance. But my first rolling review in a while, so I know it's been a Taco Tuesday. It's been a Taco Tuesday since I have done these, but I'm back and hopefully better than ever. So anyway, Beauty and the Beast is such a classic. You have it up there with, of course, Frozen, which is a new brand new classic. I still consider Frozen not at the classic level yet, but it's still new. What I mean by not at the classic level, it is still, even though it's been a long time since Frozen 1, and now we're going to have Frozen 3 and 4. I still consider Frozen still new, even though it's been a long time since we've seen the first one. But it's almost there. It's almost to the level of classic status. But anyway, the Beauty, and I have a special connection with Beauty and the Beast because, guys, yes, besides being from Guatemala and proud of it, and being a part of this great nation of ours, I am 1% French. Yes, 1% French on the side of my mom's family. My great grandmother, meaning my mom's great grandmother, was 1% French, and her great grandmother on my mom's side as well was from France, and she met my great grandfather in Guatemala, and when my mom was growing up, she grew up with my great grandmother, meaning my grandma's mom, and my great grandmother as well. So my mom knows a little bit of French, not that much, but I'm 1% French. Don't worry. My brother Kevin, the Guatemalan version of Dr. McDreamy, Patrick Dempsey, is also, yes, we're both of us are 1% French, and we're very proud of her one digit percentage of French fry. Proud of her 1 digit percent of a French fry. But anyway, that's my special connection to Beauty and the Beast. Now, my personal by myself connection to Beauty and the Beast is just wonderful. But anyway, I love this movie because it's basically an eye-opening movie. If we just jump over the Disney magic that we know and love from this movie. It's an eye-opening experience because, yes, there's a cocky, arrogant, conceited Prince Adam who thinks he's the most perfect prince of of France of France of France, guys. And then an old lady looking for shelter, asks Prince Adam for shelter in his castle. But the old lady tells him, "Don't judge a book by its cover." And the old lady is shows her, shows her true self and being an enchantress. But of course, Prince Adam spits in her face before transforming into this beautiful enchantress. And basically, after seeing the the ugliness of his heart, internal heart of himself, the enchantress curses puts a curse on Prince Adam and all that all live in the castle. Until with one condition. With one condition. If you find if someone were to love you in your beastly form by your 21st birthday, or by your 21st birthday, you will transform into your you will retransform into your old self, into your old handsome self. And then we have two polar opposites, in my opinion. Now, Belle, the one that we know and love, the Belle that we know and love, is very energetic. She wants to explore her her horizons. She's not a she's an F1 car. She's an F1 car, and she's an F1 car in F1 terms that doesn't want to stay in one place, meaning in one track of the F1 calendar racing season. She wants to go to Italy, Belgium, Singapore, here in Austin, Mexico, you name it. And she's very independent, but she's also a super dreamer. And I think what this movie has, what this awesome and classic movie that we know and love, is the power of lyrics. The power of lyrics, especially with the song Belle, where she explains her dreams, her aspirations, meaning Belle, as the town folk of her little town are like, this woman is nuts. This woman is crazy as Kim Kardashian. As Kim Kardashian wanting a hundred wedding rings, which, let's be honest, guys, Kim Kardashian can't keep a single man in her life, and not because of her own fault, because she picks the wrong dudes. Yes, Kanye West, I'm talking to you. But anyway, Belle is not like that. But she has a wonderful dreaming mindset of exploring the world and finding true love. And the way that she expands her dream building is by reading books. She's a very good she's a loving, caring bookworm. And there's a specific story that which we don't get the title of the book, but she loves this book. And and we get to hear her excitement in the song, in her namesake song Belle. By the by the chap by chapter 3, she will discover the man of her dreams. Guys, sorry that I can't remember the whole lyric. I have to watch or listen to the song Belle. But you know what? If you have seen the movie like me, you know what lyrical power and what lyrical sentence I'm talking about. And right there, that's simple. By chapter 3, she will see she will she will see the man of her dreams. Right there, in that little sentence, that encapsulates who Belle is. That encapsulates who Belle is. That encapsulates not only who Belle is, but her dream of exploring the world beyond her little town. But this movie also brought to us a untypical Disney villain. Yes, an untypical Disney villain. A not normal Disney villain. Because normally, before Beauty and the Beast, we thought of villains like evil and just pure sadistic Disney evil. But this movie of Beauty and the Beast brought us the handsome side of evilness with Gaston, a a meathead, who loves himself to the core of himself, who doesn't care about anyone but himself, to get, but just to, but just to clear to uh to shield his love for himself. He hunts, and he tries to court, yes, to pursue Belle, in a romantic way. But Belle has said no. Has said no. has said no. Has told him no several times. Has told him, talk to the hand, Gaston. You're not my type. You're not my cup of tea. And of course, Gaston has his group of groupies, of girls that, unlike Mel, are drooling for him. Three girls that are drooling for him, that are actually twins, I believe. Guys, you can check me on that. On the three groupies that are drool over Gaston, are they twins or not? Because to me, they are. They're triplets. That's what I meant to say. But anyway, Belle is like, talk to the hand, Gaston. Many times. And by the way, Maurice, Belle's father, is a great scientist. But the whole town thinks that he's crazy. And there's the ticket. There's Gaston's ticket. If I want to get to Belle, if she doesn't want to listen to me by myself, my ticket to Belle is through her father. So Gaston, I'm gonna go a little bit fast forward through the movie. So Gaston and LeFou, his sidekick, Gaston's sidekick, basically plan a secret plan between themselves, Gaston and LeFou, and a creepy doctor, a creepy doctor who's who is the president of this institution, who that basically treats the crazy people. What I mean by that is that that it is that treat people with mental health, but in a bad way, in an evil way. And yes, and guys, if you are struggling with mental health, I commend you by by going through life and just powering through your struggles. And I also commend you for getting the help you need. And I am because I also have had tough days and tough 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 days with myself, because it's not easy dealing with it's not easy sometimes for me living with uh, CP or cerebral palsy, because the 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 struggle is real. But anyway, this doctor, so basically Gaston and LeFou basically tell this creepy doctor that Belle's father, Maurice, is absolutely nuts. When in fact he's not. When in fact he's not. And the plan goes as planned, but that's later on in the movie. Maurice is supposed to go to a science fair about 30 miles from from the town that he and Belle live in. But he never makes it because he gets disoriented with his directions, and he lands in a pretty creepy castle, which turns out to be Prince Adam's castle, aka the Beast. And of course, the curse of the Enchantress implied to not only to Prince Adam, but implied to everyone who lived there. Now, the people that lived with Prince Adam were transformed into home utilities. Like Lumiere was transformed into a candelabra. Cogsworth was transformed into a clock, a talking clock, and so on and so on. And the Beast, again, the Beast is Adam is so ashamed of his new self that he put himself in self isolation. And Maurice, being the unlucky one, but he was looking for a place to dry off, to warm up from the bitter cold. but eventually, the beast, the beast saw encountered Maurice sitting in his chair, in his big tall reading chair, and then the beast put him inside his castle dungeon cell. By this time, guys, by this time, by this time, by this time, Belle Maurice's horse, aka also Belle's horse, was without Maurice riding him, and then Belle was like to Marie to her horse and her dad's horse, take me to dad. So the horse Philip took Belle to the castle, and this is where Belle made a deal. Me for him, meaning Maurice, my dad, gets out, I stay with you, beast, for an X amount of time. And of course, Belle, after hearing the beast's voice, was like, come to the light, come into the glistening light, so I could see your facial, meaning your face. And when Belle saw the beast's face, she was horrified, terrified. And then she realized the mistake that she had done. But the misstep that she had done. But the beast and Mrs. Potts and Lemire and Cosworth saw this as an opportunity. Not an opportunity to take advantage of Belle, but kind of. Well, not to take advantage of Belle being in the castle, but they were like basically to Adam, meaning the beast, at this point, that Belle could be the one. Belle could be the one to break the spell. Belle could be the one to break the spell. Could be the one to break the curse from you and from all of us. But you have to be gentle with her. You have to be gentle with her. You have to be more calm with yourself. Prince Beast, and of course the beast was like, don't you think I know that? Don't you think that this girl named Belle could be the one? And the enchantress said to Adam, or to Adam, in the spell, said, you can't force the girl X, meaning whichever girl falls in love with you, to fall in love with you just like that. It has to come from her organically. You can't force her. and if by the and if by the last and if by your 21st birthday the last petal of this enchanted rose falls, you will stay the way that you are for all eternity. So there's a lot on the line for the beast too. But this is what makes this is what makes Beauty and the Beast so great and so awesome. That it's not only a story of it's not only the story of Belle. It's more than it's more than Beauty and the Beast itself. Than the story that we know and love. It's a story of redemption. Redemption on both sides because like I said a little bit ago, when Belle first sees the Beast face to face, she's horrified, but she eventually sees that underneath that ball, that hairball, there's a human side to that hairball, and she eventually organically falls in love with the Beast. By this time, guys, also Maurice had told the town folk, the village folk, the people of his village that Belle was trapped in the castle by the Beast. But no one believed him because everyone was poisoned by the arrogance and self-loving and arrogancy of Gaston. And after getting rejected by Belle again before Belle was before Belle made the deal with made this deal with made this deal with Adam with the Beast. Belle rejected Gaston straight to his face. She was okay. Belle was like, okay, you might be Tom Brady, but I want someone who treats me, who doesn't love himself. And guys, I'm not saying that Tom Brady is not handsome, but if we're talking about Gaston in NFL terms, I see a little bit of Tom Brady, but the real Tom Brady is arrogant, but not Gaston level arrogant. But Gaston has the face of a Tom Brady. But again, Belle rejected Gaston and said, I don't want your Tom Bradyness to be a part of my heart. Meaning what? To be a part of my heart. I want someone who is who 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 doesn't love only himself, who loves who loves everything about his about the girl that he loves, not only himself, and who doesn't only care about himself, and someone who doesn't who lets me explore the world through books or outside my house. And that's exactly what Belle realizes when she warms up to the Beast. And one thing, one gesture of awesome romantic, of awesome rom-comness that the Beast gives Belle is something that she has always wanted. A big lie a big biblioteca, or library in English, or library in English. And as luck would have it, the Beast has a big taco, has a big taco of a biblioteca in his castle. And Belle is enchanted by this lovely arrogant, super arrogant, Gastonian, Bradyistic and Gastonian gift. But Mrs. Potts and Lumiere and Cosworth also advised the Beast that you can't comport yourself like the way that you look right now. You have to be straight and stiff as a royal king, meaning you can't be messy with your food when you eat, which I am messy, guys. When I eat, it looks like after I'm finished eating lunch or anything, it looks like a tornado passed through, has basically been through my shirt and pants. Yes, guys, my pants eat. My pants eat. My clothes eat too. Besides me. But anyway. So after that wonderful advice from Mrs. Potts, Lemire, and Cosworth, the Beast tries his best to be elegant and straight as a stick, and tries to be straight and stiff and like a royal king, straight, meaning just perfectly clean and without making a mess. But he does. He can't help it until Belle shows him the proper elegant but also fun way of eating his porridge by just lifting up the bowl and just drinking it. And then we have the most iconic Disney romantic song of all time. And yes, there have been a lot of Disney romantic songs, but the namesake of the movie, Beauty and the Beast, takes the cake because one of the singers of Beauty and the Beast, the song that the movie's based on, is Celine Dion. And guys, I don't know how Roy Disney Jr. did it, but he got, and Jeffrey Katzenberg got Celine Dion to be a part of this duet of a magical and classic and adoring, and that we still adore to this day, of a song. Because Celine Dion is not, she's a superstar in her own right. She's not a superstar. I let me rephrase that. She's a legend. She has a different type of poutine. Now if you guys are not familiar with what poutine is, it's a basically French fried a French Canadian dish that is basically French fries with cheese curds and a lot of gravy, or sometimes a thick sauce other than awesome gravy. But anyway, Celine Dion has a different type of singing poutine, and she knocks it out of the park with her duet partner. But after this song, after this magical moment, Belle and the Beast sit down outside the ballroom, and and Belle and the Beast asks Belle, "Are you happy here? Do you want to stay with me?" And Belle says, "Yes, I'm happy. I'm happy with you. But there's something missing. My dad. I haven't seen my dad in a long time." Then the Beast has an idea. So the Beast gives Belle a magic mirror that gives her access to the outside world, outside the castle, by saying simple words: "I want to see my father." And when Belle sees her father, sees Maurice, he's basically collapsed. He has basically collapsed in the snow, trying to get back to the castle. And save her from the Beast. So, after seeing this, Belle says to the Beast, "I wish I could stay, but I have to go." And in another lovely romantic gesture, the Beast says, "You're free to go. You- You're not my. You're not. You're not my Martha Stewart. You're not my Martha. You're not my Martha Stewart. I release you from 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 my jail. You, you're free to go, my Martha Stewart. You can be with your with your daddy, your your Mo Dog, meaning Snoop Dogg, your Snoop Dogg of a dad. Again, and after hearing that, Belle's like, she realizes that yes, that the beast has changed changed completely, and 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 she realizes that she's falling in love with the new internal hairball that she sees in front of her in front of her in front of her today, in front of her today, and then and then and then and by and then Belle is Belle is gone. Belle is gone home, but she has a a small package that accompanied her. That's and that of course is Chip, Mrs. Potts Mrs. Potts' little cup of a son. And Chip asks Belle, why did you leave us? Why did you leave us, Belle? Is it because you don't love us anymore? Don't love us anymore? And basically, Belle says no. No, Chip. I love all of you, but I have to stay here. By this time, guys, by this time, guys, Gaston, or the arrogant French version of Tom Brady, had basically assembled all the villagers with the help of LeFou, and had gathered all the villagers to basically put Maurice in a carriage to this creepy doctor's institution of doom and gloom. But Maurice was like to the villagers and to LeFou and to Gaston that the beast is real. That the beast was real, as the extra Kane Kardashian, as the Kay and Khloe Kardashian. As the Kay and Khloe Kardashian, and that is real. Until Belle said until Belle said, "My dad is telling the truth." Then she took out the beast's the beast's the beast the beast's mirror, and she basically said to the mirror, "Can I see the beast?" And then she showed, and then the mirror showed the showed the beast. But Gaston took this as a threat, because then Tom Brady stoked the fear, stoked the fear, stoked fear into the village, into the into the villagers' hearts, and saying that this dude, meaning the beast, is trying to steal, is going to eat going to eat your kids whole, which wasn't true, and who's trying to steal the Super Bowl away from me, meaning Bell. And then and then and then Bell was like to Gaston, I wouldn't I wouldn't marry you in 100 billion years. I don't want your arrogant Tom Brady wannabe look like face look like face to kiss or to stare at. I rather see a gentle 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 hairball, meaning the beast, to love and cherish, not you. Then Gaston turned flipped his underwear to the other side and said, "Okay, then you're crazy. Then you're crazy. Then you're crazier than. Then you're just like your. Then you're just like your dad. Crazy." But so then he and LeFou, meaning Gaston, took basically put poor Belle into and her father into their basement, and basically locked them in. And meanwhile, Gaston and his misguided villagers that were kind of inflating his football arrogant head with with awesomeness, according to him, and not deflating his head like they should have 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 like they should have, guys. But they went along with it. And Mrs. Potts and Cosworth and Lemire were surprised to see. They at first they assumed that Belle had come back, but that wasn't true. Again, that wasn't true. That wasn't true. that wasn't true. The castle was about to be invaded, so Mrs. Potts did the most rational thing that she could think of: warn the beast. But the beast was so was so sad and so sad, like like Bella from the Twilight Saga, waiting and pondering and pondering and pondering and pondering over Belle, but not in the Bella way, that we not in Bella's way, but in a normal Bella way, but in a normal good Bella way of pondering. And Mrs. Potts told said to the beast, "What do we do? What do we do? What do we do, Prince Adam?" And the beast said, "Let them in." And basically, guys, the next part was pretty awesome. All the utensils, Mrs. Potts, and everyone from the castle basically destroyed, smashed the townfolk. That again didn't know any better. They just followed. They just had misfollowed the wrong Tom Brady. The wrong Tom Brady. The wrong Tom Brady. The wrong Tom Brady into battle. Or I should say the arrogant version of Tom Brady, but also the cheating version of Tom Brady. Because the real Tom Brady, just like Gaston, I bet you, if he had the chance, the real Tom Brady was in Beauty and the Beast, he would do it again. He would deflate Disney's version of Disney's versions of Super Bowl footballs in Beauty and the Beast if he had the chance. Yes, Tom Brady, I'm talking to you. But anyway, so anyway, Gaston said to the villagers that the beast is mine, meaning I'm going to beat him up, and something worse than beat him up, kill him, basically destroy him, leave him for dead. But in the climactic scene, in the pinnacle or the climactic scene of the most famous climactic villain meeting their doom scenes in Disney history, or in Disney 90s history, is that the Beast sees Belle coming towards him after the Beast has been fighting Gaston and trying to sneak and being quite successful, but also unsuccessful from deterring him from hurting him. And as soon as the Beast sees Belle, he gets this type of Superman energy, like Superman, this type of Superman energy like Superman were to see the ray of the sun's ray, the sun's ray, and the beast gathers himself up and picks up picks up Gaston and chokes them style by the throat, and basically leaves him hanging up in the air, staring down at a big cliff, and he says, leave. But in typical Tom, and in a wannabe real Tom Brady fashion, just like the real Tom Brady tried to cheat and deflate footballs in the Super Bowl, Gaston basically impaled his arrogant steel knife into the beast's hairy hairball of a back, and the beast collapsed into Belle's arms, but in the momentum of pain that the beast got from getting impaled by Gaston's steel knife in his hairball of a back, the beast swung his arms, and of course Gaston wasn't expecting that to happen. But after that, he basically lost his balance, and that was the end of the pretty boy Tom Brady. And then of course the beast said, Belle, you're back. You made it back. And then Belle said, of course I'm back. I shouldn't have left you. Like Jennifer Lopez can't like Jennifer Lopez can't find balance between her self life, meaning her personal life, and her love life. And of course the beast says, at least I got to see you one last time. Then the beast falls into unconsciousness. But then Belle says, I love you, to the beast. And then, just like pure Disney magic, the last petal of the enchanted rose that we know and love falls to the ground. Falls in the vase. In the enchanted rose covering floor. And with that, the transformation. The transformation. The curse had been lifted. And the beast was not a hairy hairball. Belle was not like Martha. Belle did not end up like Martha Stewart. Did not end up like Martha Stewart, and happily ever after. And with that, guys, this is how this wonderful movie from Disney this is how this wonderful Disney classic ends with a little bit of Martha Stewart and a bunch of Tom Brady. So with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, and if you want to stay up to date to my other videos and to my other rolling reviews just like this one, please don't doubt and tap that notification bell. And if you want to expand your time here on my channel and want to experience my interpretation of Disney magic and classic Disney magic please don't doubt yourself and hit that subscribe button. So with that being said, guys, until we bell again. Bye.